We arrived in Delhi after a 15-hour direct flight from JFK International. We arrived late at night, so we spent 2 nights in a very nice Airbnb. And on our first full day in Delhi, we got up early and had a very nice breakfast at Juggernaut's restaurant, where I had the coconut empada and a most delicious cappuccino. Then we set out for the Chandni Chowk, which is the main shopping drag for all of Delhi, or so it appears. What we didn't know was that we were going to have to get there by pedicab, which I was not expecting to do. We stopped at the Jama Masjid on the way, which is a mosque built by Shah Jahan. I'll admit that this made me feel anxious. It was kind of a white-knuckle ride, especially after we turned onto this main thoroughfare up ahead. And then we were surrounded by major traffic, vehicles of all descriptions. Perfectly relaxed about the entire experience, while I myself thought that we were going to die at any moment. You cannot access the Chandni Chowk area by car or van. It's a requirement that you take one of these pedicabs. I am glad that I have video footage because words cannot describe the mass of people and vehicles that were in this area.
the Jama Masjid. Oh, I forgot my scarf.
You do eventually get used to all the car horns honking. Visiting the Jama Masjid, then we proceeded on to the Chandni Chowk area.
I mean, it's interesting looking at all of the little stores and things. Excuse us, excuse us.
तेल लगा के अंदर पूरा दिल्ली से
Now, if you see a place you want to stop, you know, say something.
Entering the main part of the Chandni Chowk shopping district, although there are myriad alleyways and side streets, as you will see later in the video.
So they've all kinds of little stores. There it is. This is it. Oh, that's beautiful.
Getting into some of the smaller, more narrow, more congested
There's a
shopping
whole market in
areas.
there.
And I told Will that this makes Cairo, Egypt,
It's a big
look
business.
deserted.
Look at that. Look at that.
There were many beautiful things in this area to buy, but I would not have wanted to have gotten out of our pedicab and tried to negotiate this area on foot.
I want to get me some of that while we're here. It'll be cheaper than the States. I'm sure Jilly could find.
However, we eventually disembarked the pedicab because we wanted to go to the spice market, and it was fascinating with lots of exotic scents, colors, and textures. It was very congested, and the shops were packed into a small area, and you had to walk carefully and not get in the way of the men carrying bundles of bagged spices on their heads. We did notice that our throats and sinuses became inflamed because we were inhaling the spice, and we noticed that the workmen all had a cough. One of our pedicab drivers took us to the back of the spice market and up a flight of stairs to a balcony overlooking an old house and rooftops. It is a favorite spot for YouTube vloggers to video. The house is several hundred years old and people still live there. This was so cool. I have seen photos of this exact spot on many Instagram sites.
This is going to be one of the best views in Delhi.
But it's kind of secret, kind of hidden. You have to know how to get here. If you know, you know. So then it was time to go visit the Red Fort, which is very impressive with a huge gate. I don't know why I didn't get better video than this. I'll blame it on being jet lagged. My favorite building within the complex is the Diwan-i Khas, or Hall of Private Audiences. It is the red sandstone columned building that you see in so many photos. There were lots of green spaces and birds as well. We stayed there till dark. The fort is beautiful when illuminated at night. Our second day in Delhi, we drove straight to Humayun's tomb after breakfast, and a beautiful green space it is, with the tomb building being the focal point, which is built on an elevation so you climb many steps up to it. There is a 16th century gateway there that is on the list of UNESCO World Heritage Sites, and there is signage there that tells you all about the conservation and restoration of this historic doorway. The tomb has many archways and carved jalis screens, and there were some green parrots making a nest in the top of one of the archways. Humayun's tomb was built during the 1560s and inspired several major architectural innovations, culminating in the construction of the Taj Mahal. It was the first grand dynastic mausoleum, grander than any tomb built before in the Islamic world. Here, for the first time, important innovations were made, including the Chaharbagh, a garden setting inspired by the description of paradise in the Holy Quran. 7 centuries of tomb building have led to this area becoming the densest ensemble of medieval Islamic buildings in India. The tomb and the surrounding structures are substantially in their original state, and interventions have been minimal and of high quality. I found the Humayun Tomb Complex to be an extremely peaceful and restful site to visit after the chaos of Chandni Chowk in the downtown area of New Delhi. The mausoleum itself stands on a high, wide, terraced platform with 2 bay, deep vaulted cells on all 4 sides. The interior is a large octagonal chamber, and it is completely surrounded by this terraced platform with a quite low wall. And it's a long way down. But I enjoyed walking up here. It was just very peaceful with the bird song and the green grass and the trees. It was just a very nice experience, a very nice interlude. Flowing water was an essential element of the Mughal Chaharba, and at Humayun's tomb, underground terracotta pipes, aqueducts, fountains, and water channels were some of the elements of the garden. The Isa Khan tomb complex lies adjacent to Humayun's tomb. It was built in 1547 for Isa Khan Niazi, a noble in the court of two rulers of the Suri dynasty. The tomb marks an important precedent in the development of Afghan-style tomb construction. The entire tomb complex is ornamented with blue and green glazed tiles, which I thought made it look exceptionally beautiful. The arches of the tomb are framed within a rectangle composed of light and dark blue glazed tiles. The outline of the arches themselves are adorned in floral and arabesque patterns in blue glazed tiles. Please enjoy some of these photographs I've taken of the Humayun tomb complex. At this point in our trip, it was time for us to head out to the Delhi airport to pick up Abhik, as he was going to be spending the rest of the trip with us. And directly after picking Abhik up at the airport, we were going to be visiting the Qutb Minar complex. The Qutb Minar is a minaret and victory tower which lies at the site of Delhi's oldest fortified city, Lal Kot, founded by the Tamar Rajputs. It is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is one of the most visited tourist sites in the city. Contains a blending of Islamic and Hindu religious architecture. It was built by Hindu laborers overseen by Muslim architects.
Initial and ID yesterday. Yes. In the. How's the architecture? You like? I like it. I like it a lot. It's almost like the Indianness or the as it's made by the British. So what do you think? Is it some Indian blend or like European kind of architecture?
I think it's more of a European, but I think I might be a little bit jaded because of the one in Paris.
So let's go there.
Yeah, come on! Come on, India!
But before we even got to the Delhi gate, we saw a snake charmer sitting on the ground beside the parking lot. So, of course, we had to check that out.
One minute. It's 1 minute. It's going to do it. Just one again. Big one. Oh, big one.
सबका भला होगा भोलेनाथ सबका करेगा भला जय भगवान जय शिवा
You get a good picture of this, I hope. Let me come around for one picture.
I actually did touch the cobra, but I can't find the picture to prove it. As we were leaving Delhi, we stopped to visit the Agrasan Kai Baoli. With its 108 steps, it is one of the few remaining step wells in Delhi, and it was believed to be built by King Agrasan.
Wow. Let's
It's
go
pretty, isn't it?
downstairs if you want to.
Yeah.
Mind us.
Oh, yeah. Gotta be careful.
No, yeah, that's. I think we've not going in there. On the fifth of the So she'll be told before she goes.
I loved it here. I thought it was one of the most peaceful, most beautiful sights in all India. It was definitely one of my favorite sights. So that ended the Delhi portion of our India trip, but stay tuned for the second video in the India Adventure series, which features our trip to Agra and our visit to the Taj Mahal and the Agra Fort. Thank you for watching.